In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I never come out of pocket when running paid ads and how you can do the exact same thing. So let's dive into the whiteboard so I can show you the numbers and the exact strategy that goes into this. Okay, so I want to clarify maybe the elephant in the room. When running paid ads, typically you're going to be setting a budget, right? And for the sake of this example, we're just going to use $3,000 as the example. Now, the big misconception that a lot of business owners have is they believe that this $3,000 is going to be coming out of their account or charged to them in one lump sum. That is not the case. Back in the day when it was more traditional advertising like radio, TV, and more traditional platforms, that was the case. You were quite literally throwing this money into a black box and hoping and praying that something came out the other side. So you were literally down $3,000 before you ever knew how your campaign was performing, if it even worked. Well, with social media advertising, that is no longer the case. The biggest thing is being that this is actually broken down into daily increments. We know there's an average of 30 days in a month. So that means that this $3,000 would be spread by $100 a day over the course of a month. And let me show you how this works. The biggest priority when you start a paid ad campaign is to get your first sale as quickly as possible, right? For this example, let's pretend that you're getting $25 leads. Spending $100 a day, that means day 1 you get 4, day 2 you get 4, and day 3 you get 4. Now this is obviously a simplification, but at the end of these 3 days, you'd have 12 leads and you'd be out $300. Now, if you're able to get your first sale in day 1, guess what? Now you're only down $100, and now you only have 4 leads, but you've already, and let's say you're selling a $1,000 product or service, right? You spend $100 the first day, you get 4 leads, you turn one of those leads into a sale, boom. You're out 100, but you gained 1,000. You just made $900. You quite literally 9 times your dollars. You put 100 in and got 9 out. That's the magic of paid ads. But let's just say, for example, in this example, you actually took 3 days to get the first sale. So we'll go back to the original example of $300, 12 leads, and $1,000. All this does is change a little bit. So now you're out $300, you gained $1,000, and you have $700 left. The magic of this process is right here of how fast you can actually get from lead to close sale. And that's actually what we specialize in, is because what people don't realize is that most people don't realize is that getting leads, and you may or may not be aware of this, but getting leads is really just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to actually turning strangers on the internet into customers. And I know you're probably wondering, like, okay, you said, Liam, you never have to come out of pocket when doing paid ads. Well, very simple. All you have to do is make a very simple adjustment to this equation. There are these things called credit cards, Visa, American Express, MasterCard. They will give you a 30-day interest-free loan. All you have to do is do this same exact equation, but instead of coming out of pocket $300, you're just borrowing it. And so that equation now looks like this. Borrow 300, make 1,000, pay back the 300, and guess what? You're left with 700. So this is the same exact equation. It's just that in this example, you're coming, that $300 is coming out of your own pocket. And in this example, that $300 is not coming out of your own pocket. And so guess what? As soon as you make that first sale, you pay back that money. This $700 you can be spending to the next 7 days of ads if you're spending $100. And boom, you land the next client, and now you're off into the races. I've done this with a handful of companies on literally less than $500 of my own money. It's not about how much you're spending. It's about how quickly can you convert one of these strangers, one of these leads online into an actual paying client and customer. The only reason spending more is good because it gives you more opportunities to turn one of these 12 people into a paying customer versus if you're spending, say, $25 a day, you're getting one day one day two, one day three. Now, after 3 days, you only have 3 opportunities to turn one of those 3 people into a customer. Would you rather have a shot at 12 people or 3 people? That's all it comes down to is speed, velocity, and effectiveness. And the problem is most business owners we speak with, they're just not very effective at doing this. And this is actually what we specialize in. So if you want us to literally handle everything when it comes to under the iceberg after a lead is generated and just simply put appointments on your calendar so that you show up, close a deal, and get the job done, book a call below and we'll show you exactly how that works. Talk soon.